This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
5 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Today is Thursday, January 20th. Well, a pursuit involving Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies ended in Clark County with one person under arrest.
The pursuit started Wednesday afternoon in Esmeralda County near the town of Goldfield. The suspect, later identified as 22-year-old Alberto Castro of Phoenix, failed to stop for deputies and drove south on US 95. As the pursuit continued south of Beatty, Nye County deputies took over. Officers followed Castro into Las Vegas, where he eventually stopped and took off on foot. With help from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department air and canine units, Castro was caught and taken into custody. The sheriff's office has not said why Castro failed to stop and fled from officers.
Well, a Pahrump resident discovers a stranger wearing nothing but his underwear inside his home. A short time later, that man is under arrest. Brad Francis tells us more about the half-naked man who just wanted to take a nap.
Yevgen Barron has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 3 counts: indecent obscene exposure, assault on a protected person, and trespassing not amounting to burglary. Monday afternoon, a Pahrump man returned to his home when he noticed another man, later identified as Barron, inside a white Jeep Wrangler parked outside his residence. The homeowner told officers he went inside, then out the back door to speak with contractors who were working in the backyard. When the homeowner came back inside, he discovered Barron at his wife's computer desk. The victim told officers Barron said he did not want to be disturbed and was attempting to go to sleep. That's when the homeowner called 911. Arriving Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies discovered Barron wearing only a pair of boxers inside his Jeep. In the arrest report, deputies say upon speaking with Barron, he seemed confused and struggled to explain where he was and what he was doing there. Officers say Barron provided several explanations as to why he was inside of the victim's home, but they say none of them seemed plausible or understandable. While deputies were speaking with Barron, he began to take off his boxers, but despite warnings not to do so, he did it anyway and was immediately arrested for indecent exposure. While en route to jail, Barron told the deputy he would spit on him. After arriving at the Nye County Detention Center, Barron did spit through the cage of the vehicle and into the front seat area, but it did not strike the deputy.
And a 2-vehicle crash in town results in minor damage and luckily no serious injuries.
2 SUVs collided on State Route 372 just west of State Route 160 around 10 a.m. Thursday morning. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to the scene to investigate the crash and assess the vehicle occupants. Traffic was rerouted around the damaged vehicles. No one claimed any injuries at the time of the crash. The Nye County Sheriff's Office Traffic Division is handling the investigation.
And a local dog breeder wants to change the way people think about breeders and the dogs they buy. Jeanette Forey is the founder of 4E Kennels. She is also an author and has developed a system to help breeders track standards in health, intelligence, and temperament. Forey also holds training seminars which attract breeders from all over the country.
I'm so excited. We're hosting our second ever Empowered Breeder Seminar, where breeders come from all over the United States to learn from our nationally recognized program on how to raise empowered puppies, how to give them a voice in their placement, and how to place service, facility, and therapy dogs. We raise mainly golden doodles, but we do focus in service dogs, facility dogs, and therapy dogs, and then of course pet companions for people that are looking. And we really feel it's important if puppies are evaluated correctly and accurately so they have a voice in their placement. They can let us know what really would be the best home for them. I have one book, The Ultimate Badass Breeder's Guide. I have developed the first ever software, the Empowered Breeder software, that gives breeders finally a professional platform to run their program that aligns with the sensitive developmental benchmarks of a puppy. We can track health lines, we can document everything, giving us a way to finally truly be able to improve our programs, giving them something to be able to input all that data into, and then the comprehensive reports that we can print for owners really just makes that transition really, really nice for our dogs. Education is key, creating a community. You know, if we all know how to buy, then, you know, the problem is the public is funding puppy mills. The public is funding backyard breeders. That's just the reality. And so until we can educate the public about what that looks like, we're not going to change the industry. So I'm on a mission truly until the day I die to disrupt this industry from the ground up, from respecting and honoring breeders, good breeders, to educating our breeders to a whole new standard, to respecting and honoring our puppies, and then having that relationship with our owners and continuing education anytime they need help or support. Every dog that I place is a part of me. I was their first hands, their first heart, their first human that loved them. And that means something to me. So when they go to their new home, they're still a part of me. We also run a nonprofit called Healing Hearts. We're very, very fortunate for donors, so anybody can sponsor a dog or donate. But our real goal, again, is giving a dog to people really, really deserving that wouldn't otherwise be able to afford a $30,000 service dog. So we are training and donating dogs all across the United States to deserving people to truly make a difference. We love dogs so much. They are our life. And yet we've had such crappy breeders, such crappy standards. It's time to demand more. Our dogs deserve more.
Cute dogs. Well, for more information about Jeanette and 4E Kennels and the work that they do, you can check out their website at 4E Kennels.com. News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Starting a new workout can be intimidating, especially if you haven't been to the gym in a while, but it doesn't have to be. Dr. Marie Schaefer from Cleveland Clinic has some helpful tips on how to ease back into exercise.
When someone's starting a new workout regimen, I think it's really important to set sustainable goals. So you don't want to immediately go out and, if you've never run before, try to go run 30 minutes because you're not going to be successful. And when you're not successful, that, works against you mentally.
Dr. Schaefer recommends working out twice a week in the beginning and then gradually increasing your activity from there. You don't want to burn yourself out. It's also important to get enough rest between workouts. So which exercises are best for beginners? Dr. Schaefer says it really all depends on personal preference. However, she would suggest mixing in both cardio and strength training. And be sure not to go too heavy on the weights. That's a quick way to risk injury. A good alternative is switching to lower weights and higher reps. And don't be discouraged if you don't see results right away. Dr. Schaefer says the key is consistency.
It's sometimes hard to see the results that you're looking for right away. And I think that goes back to the question, what are the results you're looking for? I ultimately think people, when they exercise, should work towards becoming healthier and achieving a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. But a lot of people certainly work out for weight loss and for toning, and those changes occur with time.
Dr. Schaefer says if you don't feel comfortable going to the gym, there are plenty of great workout videos online that you could do at home instead.
And speaking of health, if you're having trouble reaching your health goals, don't despair. In today's Medical Minute from Spring Mountain Medical, physician assistant Ted Braun says help is available to get you back on track.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Ted with Spring Mountain Medical, your hometown health and wellness provider. Today I'm going to talk about taking the next step in achieving improved health. Do you feel stuck with your weight, physical fitness, or general energy levels and activity? Do you feel discouraged by the pace of your physical improvement? If so, don't despair. Our bodies all go through stages and levels of highs and lows and stagnation periods because of what we eat, stress, injury, or limitations to mobility due to illness and more. These cycles are normal and shouldn't be a reason to lose hope for our goals. Sometimes all it takes is starting a plan of action that resets our bodies and minds and puts us on a new track. Our providers can provide advanced diagnostic testing and examinations that will restore your activity plan that will get you on the right track. Make an appointment with us today to help you feel your best. I'm Ted, and this has been your Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
Thanks so much, Ted. Well, city, state, and community leaders gathered to dedicate a new park in Clark County. The historic Westside Legacy Park in Las Vegas honors dozens of innovators, icons, and pioneers who helped shape the neighborhood. Local leaders say it's no ordinary park. Instead, it's designed to be an experience.
Each of the Legacy Park honorees could have a book written about their contributions alone, because we are great. This is brilliance. We are excellent. This is Westside Pride.
Congressman Stephen Horsford was just one of many present-day leaders who paid tribute to the 36 honorees whose names, stories, and likenesses grace the new historic Westside Legacy Park. The park is a partnership between the City of Las Vegas and Clark County.
John and Barbara Creer.
West Las Vegas living legends and family members were recognized as a total of 36 innovators, icons, and pioneers who shaped the historic West Side will be forever enshrined at the Legacy Park. A small tribute for a group of giants in the community.
I urge you to explore and look around. Just spend some time here. Now, the goal of this is not to come in and walk out. The goal is for you to have an experience when you come to this park. And I think as you walk around and you read the plaques and you see the sculptures that are here, you're going to feel something.
Las Vegas Councilman Cedric Creer was just one of hundreds of dignitaries and invited guests to christen the new park. This is not a traditional park for recreation. Instead, the series of timeline panels and plaques pay tribute to the trailblazing men and women who have helped create the community that is West Las Vegas.
Reverend Bennett's children are here today.
Called the creative spark who helped launch the Legacy Park, former Commissioner Lawrence Weekly advises visitors to take time and learn in this historical playground.
If you're not from Vegas, or not have spent a lot of time here in Las Vegas, you probably don't feel what a lot of us are feeling right now. You know, it's a feeling like, wow, this is electric. And when you walk around this park here today, everybody, and you look at those markers, say their names. Say their names. Let it ring out to the heavens how much we appreciate what they've done.
An interpretive dance performance by Artswork was just one highlight of the day. And a statue of our 44th president, Barack Obama, was unveiled as a permanent fixture in the park. Calling the day one of the most monumentous ones in recent history, Commissioner William McCurdy implored the youth to honor those enshrined at the park, to live their lives, to lead, and to carve a proud history for future generations.
Let us not throw away our shot to leave our legacy, to leave our footprints, to make our mark with the time that we have in this life.
A sculpture entitled Living Black Pillars by Chase McCurdy offers an artistic reflection and remembrance of some West Side icons.
Living black pillars, coming up from the soil, reaching through the heavens into the stars. You remain with us while giving us something, somewhere to look up to. Thank you.
The historic Westside Legacy Park is located just off Martin Luther King Boulevard at 1600 Mount Moriah Drive.
All right, stay tuned. We have much more right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, with all the latest in your sports, here's Doug Ferber.
Hello, sports fans. Both the Pahrump Valley High School girls and the boys basketball teams host the Sports Leadership and Management Academy, also known as SLAM, here Friday night. Both teams are coming off wins against Pinecrest Academy, the girls by a score of 53-4, and the boys improved to 2-0 in league with a 69-40 win. In the girls' game Tuesday night, they were once again led by senior Taylor Wambacher, who scored 19 points. Sophomore Avery Moore added 10. The girls are 15-1 on the season and 1-0 in league, while the boys are 5-6 on the season according to Max Preps and 2-0 in Desert South League heading into tomorrow night's games. Before we say goodnight to the Las Vegas Raiders, who clearly outperformed their often dire circumstances during the season and lost their wild card game at Cincinnati last Saturday 26-19, there are lots of rumors and speculation going around within the confines of the front office On Monday, Mark Davis fired his GM, Mike Mayock, after 3 seasons. Interim head coach Rich Bisaccia, who has become a player and fan favorite, has still not been tapped to be the permanent head coach, and the rumors swirling around, at least in the Las Vegas area, that Jim Harbaugh might become the new head coach. Harbaugh is also rumored to be the next Chicago Bear coach. Well, Las Vegans, you wanted the Raiders but weren't fully prepared for their baggage because, as you may know, the Raiders have always made headlines, and just because they now reside in Las Vegas doesn't mean their laundry doesn't follow. To be fair, Allegiant Stadium was filled to the brim every time the Silver and Black took the field, and the Raider Nation has grown into Nevada, and for the first time in several seasons, the Raiders made the playoffs. I am sure in the coming days we will know who the new GM and head coach will be, and the Raider faithful will again begin the countdown for the opportunity to win a Super Bowl in the next season. Stay tuned. The Las Vegas Golden Knights, losers of their last 3 games, host the Montreal Canadiens tonight at T-Mobile. The VGK still hold a 3-point lead in the Pacific Division over the LA Kings. Tonight's game marks the end to an unprecedented 8-game homestand where the VGK have won only 2 of the 7 previous games played at the Fortress. The VGK hits the road for 4 games after tonight's contest. The puck is set to drop at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, the Henderson Silver Knights are headed to Stockton to take on the Heat both Friday and Saturday nights. The Silver Knights trail Stockton by 12 points in the Pacific Division and are hoping to pick up valuable ground this weekend. The UNLV Lady Rebel basketball team won their 4th straight game last night, beating San Jose State 74-54 on the road. Elisa Durazo Fresca had a career and game-high 24 points for the Lady Rebs, including 6 3-pointers, while teammate Desiree Young had her 6th double-double of the season, and I'm not talking about the hamburger. Young scored 15 points and grabbed 15 rebounds for the Lady Rebs in the win. UNLV is now 14-4 and 6-1 in Mountain West Conference play. The Lady Rebs traveled to Nevada Reno for a matchup Saturday afternoon. The Reading Reb men's team, fresh off its 81-56 win at San Jose State Monday, are in Colorado taking on the Air Force this evening. UNLV is 10-7 and 2-2 in Mountain West Conference play this season. Tip-off for tonight's game is at 6 p.m. If you have any inspirational stories, athletes, or ideas, send me an email at dougf@kpvm25.tv. Now, back to the news desk.
Thanks so much, Doug. Well, if you're looking to buy a new computer, you may have questions. And our go-to guy, Josh Osborne at Great Computer Deals in Pahrump, is here to help. Today, Josh talks backups.
Hi guys, Josh Osborne with Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial, viewer question edition. One viewer asks, what's the best way to back up my computer's data? Well, let's get right into it. There are 3 different ways to back up your computer. Number 1, you back up your files onto an external hard drive. That means that you buy a device that plugs into your computer and allows you to manually move your files onto it. Number 2, you back up your files onto the internet using a service like Backblaze. I know many people don't like the idea of putting their stuff online, but this service is automated and doesn't require you to remember to use it. Number 3, you use cloud storage. This means instead of storing your data on your computer's hard drive, use an online hard drive, so if anything were to happen, it wouldn't matter because none of your files were on your own computer to begin with. Hope that helps.
Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Well, on today's Save a Pet, we introduce you to a double dose of love. Oreo and Goliath are father and son Chihuahuas, available for adoption from Desert Haven Animal Society. Here's Darby to tell us more.
This segment is brought to you by Higher Society Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Call 702-982-2300. Call 702-982-2300.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Oreo and Goliath. Oreo is the smaller one in the front. He is a little old Chihuahua, and the bigger one back here, this is Goliath. Goliath is actually Oreo's son. Goliath is about 7 years old. They believe that Oreo is about 9-10 years old. Super sweet babies, very, very, very affectionate, just want to have a cuddle. So small and tiny. Oreo honestly is probably about maybe 5 pounds max, but very, Very, very sweet little guys. They're all black Chihuahuas. Goliath actually has like a white little face, and so does Oreo, and they have a little bit of like beige brown on their little feet and everything like that. Just wonderful little guys. If you want to come and see Oreo and Goliath here at Desert Haven Animal Society, please give them a call, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Oreo and Goliath do qualify for the Senior to Senior program. So if you are a senior who's looking for a new pet, you can go and get them for free adoption fees. And they also have amazing programs for veterans as well for free adoption fees. And just a reminder that Desert Haven is currently looking for volunteers. So if you're over the age of 16, you can work with the cats. And if you're over the age of 18, you can work with the dogs. Any help would be greatly appreciated because they're severely understaffed right now taking care of all these wonderful animals.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's a beautiful night. We're so excited. The weekend's coming up. I wonder what the weather's going to be like. John will tell us more right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and what a day we have for you today. Look at this, 52, 53 degrees up in Fernley, Fallon, Carson City. A little bit cooler out in Tonopah. That's our cool spot. We're going to send them a trophy. Good on you. Hey, it's a little Fonzie trophy. Goldfield, 49. Beatty up to 62 degrees. Amargosa is the hot spot as per usual, 65 degrees, and followed closely by Las Vegas at 62. Death Valley, you're heating up out there. Look at that, 76 degrees. Yeah, it's heading towards spring, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be hot. 55 is what we're heading for, where we're at right now. Low tonight, 44 degrees, and that humidity making it balmy at 44% humidity. What is all of that? How come we don't have any clouds with our sunset at 4:58? Oh, no, but it's blowing out all that humidity tomorrow. We'll see a big blow, actually. Northerly winds to 24 miles per hour average gusts. Yeah, it's going to be bigger than that. You'll see some 35 and 40 mile an hour stuff. There's going to be stuff blowing down tomorrow, so watch out and tie stuff down if you can. It'll be a nice day. I mean, temperature-wise, 59 degrees. And as we head on into the week, does the wind persist? No, not really. It dies out on Saturday. We'll have 10 mile an hour winds and then single digits throughout the rest of the week. Temperatures ranging to highs of like 65 degrees for most of the week. That sounds pretty good. Nice spring-esque day. I hate to say that word, too soon, but yeah, we're gonna have a big blow event tomorrow, and then a pretty nice week. So we'll look forward to that. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio, have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.